Hi there, welcome back. I'm Melissa, and today's video is going to be a new plant haul slash repotting some of those plants that I got. I haven't been plant browsing, honestly, plant shopping in about 6 weeks. I haven't even looked. I haven't been online on Etsy. And I'm normally on Etsy at least a couple times a week browsing. Some of these are from random Etsy shops, and then there's a group of them from a plant shop that I have purchased from a few times. So I have a nice little selection. I have some Hoya, well, 2 Hoya, a new Philodendron. I brought a new Philo into my collection, and then the rest are Anthuriums. So I would say it's mostly Anthurium. So anyway, let's start with the Hoyas. I'll start with the one that I actually went searching for. So I had added it to my wish list, and I went looking for this earlier this year, but I didn't really find a specimen that spoke to me. And so when I went searching again, this random Etsy shop came up, and I fell in love with the specimen because I thought it was really good. And I have several varieties of this Hoya already. And so I decided to just go for it because I do plan on propping this one. Da, 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 da. It is a Polyneura variety. So this is a newer-ish Polyneura variety, I believe. It's called Jasminica, or it's Albo Splash is the other name for it. And this one here has it's like this splashing all throughout the leaves. So the reason why I fell in love with this specimen, or I decided to go with this one, is it's growing 2 vines. But I did something that I think made it angry. It's losing some leaves, and it's got some like browning. So I don't know what I did. So I unboxed it. I got it, I swear, like less than 24 hours. And I unboxed it, and it was fine, and I thought it was thirsty, so I watered it, and then ever since then it's been kind of crisping up a little bit and getting some weird spots. So I don't know what I did to make it angry. Like, this leaf here is gonna go. So I've been letting it chill. I haven't really done anything with it since. It is completely dry again, so I do want to go ahead and, I feel like, get it out of here because I can see that there's a lot of roots, and get it hydrated and stuff. After I repot this one, I definitely want to repot this one today. I'm going to give it a couple more weeks to settle in and acclimate, and then I'll probably go ahead and clip one of these vines away so that I can start some propagations. I'm really excited to have it though. It seems to be doing fine on the ends, like it's growing some new leaves here on this side and this side. And also the specimen, it looks like the marbling, the splash has continued, I feel like, fairly well throughout the leaves. Like, all the new growth, you can still see a pretty good chunk of that splash. I have seen some specimens where the original leaves had a lot of splash, but then the newer growth honestly kind of just looked like a regular outer Polyneura variegated. It didn't have a lot of splash. So I'm excited that this specimen is really, really good. So yeah, that one is on the list today. We'll go ahead and get that repotted. And the other one, it's a repeat Hoya purchase. And the reason why I bought this one was because I love the genetics, the coloring on it. So it actually popped up this shop when I was looking for this Hoya. And this one here is a inner variegated Polyneura. I brought out one of my props that I was actually going to sell from my mother plant, but I set it aside so that I could grow a second mother plant out. So I kept this one because it was growing 2 vines already. It activated 2 nodes. And I feel like the inner part is very good on the specimen that I decided to keep back. But the newer one, I want you to look at these together, kind of side by side. So this is the new one, and I love the coloring on it. I don't know if you can make out the different tones, and it even has some elbow leaves, like those are all white. And even the original leaf here, the tone is so different compared to mine. Do you see? I just really fell in love with this specimen, and it's done amazing since I've had it. It hasn't shocked, it hasn't been upset with me or anything. Now, I haven't watered this one. No, yes, I did water this one because I thought it could use a drink. So it's definitely dry, it definitely needs to be hydrated. So I figured since it's in a cup with no drainage, I would go ahead and repot this one today. And then I was thinking, well, since I have a second mother plant, I could just sell this one. But now what I think I want to do is pot them up together so that I can have a bigger mother plant. I think my mother plant, I'm going to chop all the way back because I don't really like the way that it's growing, and then just make this my mother plant. So once this grows, I will take some propagations. But I like this specimen a lot. Like, I like it a lot more. I don't know if the elbow to the leaves will continue or if it will look more like this over time. I'm not sure, but I couldn't say no to it when I saw it. So yeah, we're gonna pot both of those up together. So I recently downsized a philo. It's the SP Columbia in my most recent video. And I kind of wanted to get this philodendron last year, but I didn't. And I talked myself out of it for a little while because I'm like, I don't need to bring any new philodendron into my collection, you know, because I have a lot of big philodendron, a lot of big monsteras. And so I think that's why I've kind of gravitated towards Hoya in the past year or so, and then also Anthuriums have become like my new obsession. Since I downsized that philo, I'm allowing myself to get this one, and it's so cute and so tiny, you guys. I know it's going to get huge one day, but it's really cute right now, and so I'm just going to enjoy growing it out. Da 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 da! Look how little. Any idea what kind of philodendron? What are your guesses? This is a Philodendron patriciae. It honestly is so stinking cute. I saw a picture recently of this plant on Instagram, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just get it, because I've never owned one of these before. I've never grown one. So I might just grow it out and see how I feel. If I end up not loving it, then I'll just propagate it up to have some for my shop. But I just want to go ahead and get it and grow it and just see how I feel about it, because I think the mature plants of this are so beautiful. I love the leaves. My plan for this guy, since it's so small though, is to put it in my IKEA cabinet in my plant room. Let it get those really good conditions so it'll like jump spurt its growth. And then I want to place it on top of my cabinet in there and let it kind of trail down a little bit. I know it climbs, but the leaves will get long. So that's my plan for this guy anyway. But I think, want to go ahead and get it repotted just because it's in the original mix. And I've had these for a week, so I feel like it's a good amount of time that they've acclimated, and I'd rather go ahead and get them onto their next growth spurt. So this one did push out a new leaf here, but it got a little crinkled in shipment here. You know how new leaves, when they're like mid unfurling and then you pack them up, they don't really come out that well. But it's got like the cutest little leaves. It's so tiny. I'm curious how this guy will look this time next year, like in a year's time. So I think my plan is just to let it climb up a stake, or I could do a core pole. And I think I'm going to use my aeroid mix for this guy as well. Okay, the rest of these are Anthuriums. I'm going to show you the babies first. So I bought 2 seeds, or I guess little seedlings. These are from, I bought from her several times. Green Hues, yes. She released a new hybrid. It's a Tuzula red crystal crossed with Forgetii. And I just figured I could grow them out and see what the characteristics are gonna look like. This one's getting ready to push its second little leaf. And then this guy is the same thing. I like getting 2 seeds just to have 2, because you know, they can be a little different from each other. So whichever one I don't want, then I'll list, but that's gonna be some time though, because I'm gonna let those grow out. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the one that I'm most excited for. I wasn't planning on getting this one, but that little voice inside of me said, if you don't get it, you probably will regret it, or you're gonna miss out on it. So I decided to go ahead and get it. This here is a Carla Blackier. I do have a Carla Blackier, but it's unfortunately rehabbing. It's still like a tiny little thing in one of those things. I do think it's going to be okay and it's going to grow, but I wanted to go ahead and get a second Carla to grow out so I can have it mature faster. I do believe in the listing though. I got this one on Etsy that they said it was from Equigenera. I don't have any plants from them, but I really like the dark foliage. This one here was the leaf that was on the listing, this one and this one back here. And I did see that there was a new leaf emerging, but it hadn't fully expanded. And so when it came, this leaf here was pretty much all the way, like almost fully hardened off. So this newest leaf is gorgeous. It's actually fairly dark in color. And I love the veining on this one. She's really beautiful. And I do feel like I want to go ahead and upsize it. I feel like it could use it in there. So yeah, I'll upsize the Anthurium with you, the Philodendron, and the 2 Hoya really quick. But let me stop jabbering so this video isn't going on forever. For grower's choice on these Anthuriums, I feel like most of these specimens are pretty big. And this one here I got because I thought it was interesting. So it's an Anthurium NSC red crystal, and it's crossed with a variegated crystallinum. So this plant here isn't showing any variegated traits, but I am curious though, if I were to self this in the future, if any offsprings would carry over any of the variegated traits or genetics. I don't know if that's possible or if that would happen. So I feel like I wanted to go ahead and get it for that reason. This is the newest leaf here, and I do see it's actually getting ready to work on a new leaf, which is exciting. I do want to go ahead and get this one out, but I'm going to hold off until I get more aroid mix, because I figured this one I might need to put into a 5-inch, and I definitely don't have enough mix for that. But yeah, all the leaves on this one are really pretty. That one, it has 4. That one, and that one. So yeah, that is a cutie. And then these 2 here I saw were grower's choice, and grower's choice tends to be less expensive. I think these Anthuriums were like $50 each, which I thought was pretty reasonable. This one is actually one of these was a little bit more. I think this one was a little bit more expensive. It is a Anthurium Antilaki crossed with a Carla Blackier. So this one here, I really liked the veining. I do have this Anthurium already, a little seedling, so it's really tiny. So I'm gonna see what the characteristics do on this one compared to the tiny seedling that I have. And then if I like this one more, I might let that other one go. But yeah, I really liked the coloring and leaf shape on that one. It's got that one, little baby leaves, and then that leaf there. So yeah, that one again is in a hefty, probably a 4-inch pot. And this last one I added on is it's another Carla cross. It's a Ree Gardens Portaloy crossed with a Carla Blackier. So these are pretty much all Carla hybrids minus the crystallinum, and of course this is just a Carla Blackier, but these 2 are Carla hybrids. So yeah, this one here, again, I like the veining and the leaf shape. This one's a little bit more rough looking. Like the leaves got a little banged up here. That one, and then that's the newest one here, which I'm really excited for. I don't have one of these, and I really don't have that many Carla crosses, so that's why I wanted to get that one. So we're gonna put these 3 that we're not repotting today back in their little quarantine bin. That's the little haul. So if you want to stick around to watch me repot some of these, I'm going to go ahead and get that started. I have everything right here beside me. I have a little potting mat. And I brought some pots out. I think for these, honestly, I'm just going to need 4-inch, 4-inch, 4-inch. That Polynura, should I do a 3-inch for that one? No, I actually think I'm going to go ahead and do these all in a 4-inch. So I need 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have some shears if I need them. I might sprinkle some TPS billions in there, and then I have a little container for the dirty soil. And this is all the aroid mix that I have left. I can't even make any more because I'm waiting on one other substrate to come in. It's been a week already. It's taken a while to get here. So as soon as it comes in, I can make like a really big full batch, and then I'll have more. Let's go ahead and do the Jasminica. Oh no, I hear mowers. I was worried about that. Okay. Yeah, everything looks good with the roots. I think since it's, it does look pretty airy, so I don't know if I want to mess with the roots too much, you know? I don't want to stress it even more. I think I'll just kind of gently shake some of it off. A leaf just fell off, the one that was on its way out. That's all I'm gonna do. And we are going to add a little bit in the bottom. And I might as well go ahead and use some of this since I have it. This is just Myco. Oh, I hope that's not loud. That sounds like the neighbors next door are mowing. I'm actually really excited to prop this one. For right now, I put this one in the other Polynura on top of the Rudsta where the Linearis is, where I have it trailing, just so it could get some light. But I was trying to think where I could put it for its permanent home. I would really like to move it inside of my Rudsta, so I might do a switcheroo with some plants. Although it is kind of big for the Rudsta, I feel like. That one is nicely upsized. I'm so excited about that one. I actually kind of really am more excited about this one because this one is just speaking to me more right now. It's just very beautiful, this particular specimen. And mine here is not like super rooted. I mean, it's rooted in here, but I'm not going to mess with it or anything. There. So we're gonna pull up this one down. And probably next time I prop my Hoyas, I think I will, because my mother plant was wanting to revert as well the last time I propped it. So I think I'm just going to chop that one, yeah, all the way back. Nice, robust root system. This is literally the prettiest Polynura I think I've ever seen. I think that's so funny sometimes how that works out. You come across a plant that you weren't expecting and then it's like you need to have it right away. And then when you get it, it's just like the most prettiest plant specimen ever. Oh my goodness, this is literally the prettiest plant ever. Look at that. You got that new one there, and then mine here that's wanting to grow in a couple spots. Oh my gosh. This has become my new obsession. My new Hoya that I'm going to be obsessed with, staring at. Next up is the Carla. Such a nice specimen, huh? So pretty. Oh, this one likes its pot. It's snug in here. Oh. And yeah, I like this mix. Nice and chunky. Plop her down in there. Oh, too much. I'm almost wondering if I should go up to a 5-inch. I feel like the 4 isn't much room. Should I? Do Carlas like to be root bound? I feel like 5 is too big of a jump. I feel like this isn't much of a jump though. I'm gonna have to repot her soon. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go up to the 5-inch. I'm gonna have to repot the big pally right there. I've pollinated it a couple weeks ago. Well, it has 2 inflows that I tried selfing, and I don't know if they took yet. I guess it's a good sign because the inflow that I was using, there was 3 inflows on it altogether, and the one that I was using the pollen from to pollinate both inflows has yellowed off, but the first one, or the one that I've tried pollinating the first time, hasn't yellowed off yet. So I'm like, I hope it takes. I want to grow some pally babies from seed. And then the newest inflow, I just tried pollinating that one with the pollen that was left. So I'm hoping that it takes, but it's so rooted. Like, I watered it. I can tell it's rooted because the leaves start to curl in, and I'm gonna have to put that one in like a 10-inch pot. I'm gonna have to get a huge pot for it. But I watered it, I think 3 days ago, and it's already getting thirsty. It's crazy. It's so rooted though, like it's in a clear pot like this, but it's in a 7-inch already. So I might have to upsize that soon because I feel like I don't want to stress it by underwatering it, especially now that I'm trying to pollinate it, you know? So yeah, I'm gonna have to get a big clear pot. I'm gonna have to look for one. I guess it doesn't necessarily have to be clear. I've just gotten so used to using clear pots now that I really like them. This was quite a bit of a jump, but my mix is, you know, pretty aerated, so I feel like it'll be fine. I feel like if anything, it will appreciate it. All right, and the little Philodendron Patriciae, we're just gonna do in a 4-inch, and I'm not gonna add anything like for support or anything in here yet until it grows a bit more. But this one, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stick this one in my Mills bow in my plant room. There's a little baby leaf, because I have a feeling it'll like being in there, although it does dry pretty quickly in my plant room. Oh, this is a tiny little thing. Tiny, tiny. Plop him in there. Look how cute. It's so little. I'm obsessed. It looks like it's getting ready to push another new leaf though. I just cannot. Sometimes I want to shrink my big plants back down to this size and grow it out again. I think that's why I like propagating so much too. I like starting plants over. It's so cute. And I have a little bit of nutrients from the other day. So I'm gonna go ahead and give them a little bit of a drink with this. All right, here's another look at them. Here's the Carla. So pretty. I'm already so in love with this one. Beautiful. That one will go on my Anthurium shelf, of course, with the others as soon as I repot them. Little Philodendron Patriciae. So cute. It's like the size of my finger. It's so cute. So this one's going to go in my IKEA cabinet in my plant room. We have this beautiful inner Polynera specimen. Strikingly beautiful. There, you can see the contrast. That's perfect. Look at the difference. Do you see that specimen, the coloring? Like, I love this one, but this one is just so unique with that white. Oh, it's so pretty. I can't wait for this one to get big. I am not propping that. Not anytime soon anyway. And then the Jasminica. Beautiful foliage. I got really lucky with this one. I feel like the splash is so good. That leaf is really pretty. I love the originals. I love how dark they are. They're like a darker green compared to the regular Polynera. So I feel like these will probably darken off over time. I feel like they're still probably pretty new. I don't know which one I will prop, but I will prop one of these vines soon. So that is her. I'm going to get my mess cleaned up and do some watering this evening and probably edit this video as well. And yeah, I will be filming another video here tomorrow actually. Have a good rest of your day, whatever you are doing today, and I will see you soon in the next one.